What is happening, crew? You are back with your boys. How you doing today, Dad?
Fantastic. Missing Fort Lauderdale a lot.
Dude,
Uh, and everybody here in the chat, almost everybody here in the chat was at Fort Lauderdale, which is really cool too.
yeah.
Really having a great morning. Lots to do. A lot on our plate, Brent. As you know, you're seeing a lot of the stuff going on in the background.
A lot.
All of it's exciting. So my days are never dull, which is a beautiful thing.
Yeah. No, it's fun. I've learned over the years I'm really better off being busy. Idle hands. It's better to stay busy, and busy on stuff like this with us is so exciting. I wrote something down. We were both in a meeting last night, and it just popped in there, and it feels like we've built the field. They're playing catch with my dad, and the people that are walking in out of the outfield are little miracles. You guys are our miracles. And just the opportunities and things that are being built that are now being presented to us, like my dad said, on a weekly basis. The work is to vet those things and make sure that they're, either do we do it personally? Is that something that we present? Is that something that, hey, this person right here really wants something just like that? So it's cool. It's exciting to do the work and the research, and I'm happy we're in this phase of it. It's tough to put on. You do such a great job of it, Dad, but it's tough to put on a show when you're just talking speculative about things. When this is going to go up, when this is going to partner with these people. And it's really tough when you're not directly on the inside of it. But the tools that are coming and the partnerships, we're able to get inside of it now, into some really amazing investment opportunities and some partnerships with people that I just already really believe in. It's nice to have a good feeling about the people that you attract.
Yeah.
I think that's the real needle of, okay, we're in the right spot. We're doing the right thing. Let's keep doing the right thing and putting the work in to do it. So
yeah, very
happy with when you feel like you're playing catch with your dad and it's Field of Dreams, and people start walking out of the cornfield. That's a good feeling. So thank you, crew.
I guess Sean popped in. Sean's going to be. We have a project for you here in the next couple of days, Sean. So get some sleep.
I got it, bro. I got it.
Yeah.
Keeping the look at that beautiful man right there. Look at that beautiful man. It's my boy. At the Baron of Beach Street, Sean is, I think, the best researcher in our group. His heart and mind and passion are in that. So if there's stuff that comes up, we're going to go to him to help us work on some projects and get to the bottom of it all. But he's always got great insight and shares really cool stuff over there on his X. So check out our boy. We got the money paradise in the house. Mr. Becky, how you doing, my love? We got my brother, Surfing Tiger. Always a pleasure to see you and your son. I could hang out with you guys all day, all week, all month. That's how good your energy is.
It was good.
Clay, bro, you gotta say it right to each other. We'll be talking to each other now, like my dad and I.
Yeah.
And my dad will say something really smart. I'll be like, right? Yeah.
We have Clay to blame for that.
We have Clay to blame for that.
Yeah. It's hilarious.
We're picking up some of that Missouri, which is a very good thing.
Yeah. If you haven't met Clay, you're missing out. Like, it's just, it overwhelmed. It's like, I could say that about everybody in here. I could say that about Becky. I could say that. Let's see. I saw Zip in here. I can say that about, Todd and Bonnie. I mean, Leanne. I mean, all of these people are so unique and so different in their own way. But on top of it, they're also just caring people. It's really fun. Such a fun group. I'm excited about the fact that we had a meeting yesterday morning. Of course, Ron Wood is calling me on my phone. How is it he doesn't know that I do a show at this time every Sunday?
Good afternoon, Ron.
What kind of dude are you? Mm-hmm. Like, I'm going to blow him up just for that. Anyway, I keep going. I'm going to blow Ron up right now.
Armand, Joaquin, welcome in. Justin, good to see you. Good day to you, sir. We got Truth and Controversy here in the house today. Glad to be on here with you too. Here we go, Dad. What's up, brother? Man, love that, dude. I wish I got more time with you on the trip, Ron. Really, with everybody. But man, I'm so happy you're in our life, dude. You were the right person to come along, man. So thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
Well.
So anyway, we have so much going on. I want to kind of touch on some stuff. Those of you who were invited to something yesterday and that attended, thank you. The people that weren't invited to it, who were meant to be, sorry. We're going to get better at that. So I just want you guys to know that we haven't forgotten about everybody. We're going to get better at that every week, okay, or every couple of weeks when we do an update. I will be reaching out to anybody that has become a member over time, slowly, and onboarding you to some degree and talking about some stuff that we have going on in the background. It's not just going to be all these people all have to just go through a seminar. I'm gonna talk to some people on that. Those of you who are not part of that membership, I don't mean to talk about something that you're not involved in yet, but there will be a time down the road when you can be involved. So I just want you to know that anytime I talk about a private group and you couldn't get to Florida, and that's okay. It's all right. You're still part of this team and this crew. Just going forward, we got to kind of nail down the people that we have first. So we're not trying to exclude anybody at all. And ultimately down the road, over time, we will onboard everybody to some degree. Everybody at different levels, I guess. And I'm not trying to upsell anything or anybody at all. I'm just trying to be fair to all the people that couldn't be there.
Yeah. Got to do it small and got to do it right to start.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. We got the Cisco kid in the house. That's good. Good to have you around. I have an interesting look. I was reading an article yesterday Somebody sent it to me. Boy, I wish I could remember who sent me that. Anyway, another Elon article. Only this one was kind of taken from the, hey, what could the world look like 10 years from now if Elon was involved? Or we went Elon's angle. It was pretty spectacular. It was really like essentially free food, no work, just totally expansive. Like a lot of people, I don't think people really understand the possibility of what could be in front of us. And that being your basic needs, survival needs, instead of you and I having to pay through the nose. And then, I don't know, insurance fraud and other fraud. And, I just heard something yesterday that Trump just passed a bill or signed something, or they did, whatever it was, that you have to be an American citizen to get a small business loan to start a business. And I thought, you mean you didn't have to be a citizen before that? Like, what? Wait a minute, what? And then I sort of looked around and I went, well, gee, I don't know. Maybe that explains a lot of these gas station ownership and the rest of it. I was like, I don't know. Maybe that might be it. I was like, wow, that's really just now a law that you have to be a U.S. citizen to get a bank loan, a government supported bank loan to start a business. Gee, I would have thought we'd have thought of that long before then. But anyway, I don't know. I thought it was kind of interesting. Mm-hmm. And the fraud happening around the world, I think is about to go away. And I think that because of AI and because of technical background check that's just going to say, whoa, wait a minute. There's a leak. There's a big giant hole in the bottom of this bucket that we're all being taxed to fill. And it's like, there's a hole in the bottom of the bucket. And I don't think AI is going to miss that. I don't think AI is going to go, gee, we can't figure it out. I don't know. We don't know where it's going. Yeah.
Well, I'm so glad you're so positive about it, Dad. Well, so much of what I see right now is, and you can never. Well, let me just say this, honestly here. You just really can't trust the media or news. You just can't.
No.
And so much of our social media is pumping out all this AI generated stuff that now we don't know if it's true or not. We're in that phase of, is this true or not? And then you get into the whole, well, we should all have creative license in a way to create whatever we want and put it out there, like art, right? But when that art, is portrayed, as some kind of falsehood or misrepresentation of who we are, can it get to that point, Dad? Like, to your point, can we shield ourselves from that? So we actually do know what's true and what's coming from us specifically. And I just, are people going to become that savvy with it? And is the tech going to do that for us? I hope both those things happen.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not like it's not going to all happen. It's already happening, but part of it is our responsibility with it.
It is, and I understand the question.
Mm-hmm.
I have to refer to let's from space. Let's look down on mankind, and almost everybody. How do I put this? Everybody forgets how much everything is going well.
Yeah.
We're really hyper focused on what could break, what could go wrong, what to worry about it, what to fear. What's coming technologically can be a problem for mankind. We should focus on the problem. Yeah, I understand that logic. However, I'm the guy that if you focus on the cons instead of the pros, your life is miserable. So
Mhm.
I'm going to say that there's 1,000 times more things going well on this planet, in this universe, than there is going bad. I'm old enough to remember when in the Cold War thinking, I mean, Sting was writing songs about, Gorbachev, do you love your children too? Like everybody worries about those kind of things, but let's remember, well, except for this country on Japan, nobody ever really nuked anybody, right? We could have blown this world up 4 times over, and that was our concern for like 50 years. Like every day we'd wake up, we could all just destroy the planet tomorrow. And we have to remember that that was never, ever, ever in jeopardy of happening, but yet it was a focus of ours because that's how we live our lives. Unfortunately, we look at, well, I have to buy insurance because my car might break down. Okay, all right, great. But, meteor could hit you too. I mean, there's a lot of things that could go wrong. But what's the value in wondering what it could go wrong side of it? I think there's way more to gain than there is to lose. And that's with everything in technology. That's with everything about advancements of civilization. It typically intends to go better than ever appreciated. We never appreciate what advancements come. And we never pat ourselves on the back and say, wow, my life is so much better than it was a year ago. And this is why. We always take the appreciation or the bonuses and the pluses so for granted. We don't discuss the fact that the sun came up this morning. Yet that should be the first thing on the AM news that they don't talk about. That's like, oh, well, that's just the sun coming up. Well, it's a bit of a factor, really, isn't it? That thing didn't burn out. So anyway, yeah.
Dude, it didn't burn out yet. Nice. Right.
Yeah.
Nice. No, like I'm with you on the positivity from space, Dad. It, like, for me, technologically, it's an engineering level. It's the base level, which I'm sure is what these guys talk about all day long when you develop these things. It's of course you have to. How is this going to fail? Well, let me test it to the point where it fails, and then re-engineer it, do it better.
Yeah.
And that part of it, I think is critical. That's where you do need to be logical and fearful and say, okay, I want this thing to be the best it can be.
That's right.
But I hope everybody else feels that way. Like you're saying too, personally,
Yeah, but
okay, I'm going to get the new Elon hoverboard because that's sick, right?
Yeah.
I'm getting it. But am I going to bust my ass on this thing? Or am I going to learn how to use it?
But let's get to the economics of this now. So the economics of being an inventor, an entrepreneur, or a businessman is what? You're not going to sell them the thing that doesn't work. Nobody's going to buy it. Nobody's going to buy the thing that breaks their leg every time they jump on it. Nobody's going to, lawn darts went away for a good reason. But you only sell things that improve man's experience. Otherwise, it doesn't sell.
Right.
It just doesn't sell. So that parameter is already in there. So 99% of all things are good for mankind because the 1%, who wants to buy the leg breaker? Like, I'm not buying that. Right.
No.
Yeah. So innovation, entrepreneurs find the loophole. They find the little sliver in between the profit zone and they say, this is a necessity because man will buy it because it'll improve their lives. Let's remember, everything you ever want or ever do in your life, you do because you think it'll make you feel better bring you joy or happiness or peace. You don't do things that are going to make you feel miserable. And I know you're saying, well, no, I don't. That's not right, Alan. I have to go to work and it makes me miserable. But you do that thing that you don't like to do because you know it will pay you. And the things that you want is a roof over your head and pay the air conditioning bill. So actually, everything man does is because he knows it will make him feel better or improve himself. I mean, unless you're whacked out drug guy living under a bridge, and then, it's a whole different equation. But remember that basic principle of mankind, survival or want to comfort and better myself, is a predominant factor in mankind. But
yeah.
And
so,
that's natural.
So back to because I know you love this stuff. I actually, at every trip I take, I try to buy a book or two and then just chew on that for the next year till I go on the next trip. And both the books I bought were AI tech related. I'm going to show you guys. Oh, they're propping up my computer. They are useful. Now, I don't know if these are great publications or not, but I'm excited to get into it. This year in tech, Harvard Business Review.
There you go. I'm not a fan of Harvard, but I mean, the rest of it.
Right. And then AI Edge. So I'm excited to dig in those, in this conversation, Dad, because it's a coming. I mean, we've openly talked on here about AI trading platforms, and we're a part of one. And
we're part of a couple of them.
Yeah, and it's like understanding that and then all the other things that are coming around it. And I really like that you talk about like AI and tech and all the stuff Elon's doing on here, because it's like when you start looking at all the products and things that they want to create and do, you really start to see the network in it. It's like, okay, well, let's get internet right. Let's get cars right. Let's get electricity right. Let's get water right. Let's get batteries right. Let's get cell phones right. And what's right or wrong, we'll see in its functionality and if we want to use it or not, or we use some other version or whatever some other company creates. But part of that too, I'm really happy that there is competition in tech. Like, I'm not going to throw the company under the bus that built this computer that I'm coming to you all on, but their software, I mean, beyond frustrating to me personally. Just think of one of the big computer companies in the world. But
that's all going away, son.
I want to see it improve. I personally want to see it get better as the inline user. And more options and people improving on what is, to me, is exciting.
And
I see what you're talking about. Totally.
I want
it to be better.
Yeah.
So it will be.
Yeah. So I want to address a question up in here for talk. Elon came out and he said, I'm at least 2 to 3 years out from a phone. And the reason is because he's working so hard on the other things that he doesn't really feel that we need it yet. And when we do need it, he'll crush it. We already know that. But he says it's 2 to 3 years out. And even then, there will still be other providers. It's not going to he's going to take over the world. So getting back to what you just said, first of all, if you follow tech and you really follow AI, what is going to get crushed over the next, now, I'm going to say tomorrow, today, of the last month or two, is software. Software is done for. It's that was a great 30-year span. It's just going to be the software that survives is simply going to be so refined and so perfect mechanically that the options that we have will just all be assumed. In other words, you're just going to be able to pick your phone up and say what it is you want. It's not going to be, oh, let me dig around. Let me get the top 10 links. Let me do the research. No. It's going to be, here, do the research. Here's the parameters I'm looking for. I want it to be strong in this category, that category, and that category. And then it's going to give you those products. It's not going to be, everything we've done with software is backwards. And where we're going now is going to be end-line user easy. We're flipping the whole thing over. And now everything's going to be more mechanically minded because it has to. Okay, here's why. Everybody is on their laptop right now. And you're there for hours, or your cell phone. You're there for hours. Mm-hmm. That's going to go away to some degree because what you're going to do is you get back to, well, I don't have to do the damn research. Why am I on here for 12 hours? And if you find that to be entertaining, you'll get to still be able to do that, obviously. But it'll get to the point where, you know how in the beginning of the internet, you were saying to yourself, oh man, it's so cool. I can research all this cool stuff. Well, nobody does that anymore. We just use it for entertainment value. Really, to some degree. Most of what we do is entertainment of some level. So where you're going to go is, I just want to be entertained by the internet because the answers and questions really aren't, they're curiosity of me, and you'll get them like that. There won't be hours of digging through files and secret files and all the rest of that. So all of that is coming to you in a hardware sense. In other words, your bot, your car, your laptop's going to communicate with you personally as if it's another being. I know, creepy to a lot of people, but that's where it's all going. So this, you and I with a password, and it's like, I know what my name is. I know I spelt my name correctly. This software is too frustrating. I want to chuck my laptop out the window. That's all going away. Yeah.
Good.
It has to. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
No, it's right, more efficient. It's okay. I want to go see Alan Brent right now in Staple Crew Live. Boom. What, it save you 2 minutes? How valuable is that? It's like why people build bridges. It's the efficiency and amount of fuel and money and time is why you build bridges. So hopefully, yeah, I'd like to see that, Dad. I'd like to see it. It's
already here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, exactly. My password is my voice. Perfect. Exactly a perfect example, Cisco Kid. It's like we have a book that thick of passwords written on both sides. This is like, especially us being technologists or knowledgeable in the blockchain arena. Why do we even need a password? Anyway.
There you go.
And the doorman begins.
Bobby, good morning, good afternoon, brother. Such a pleasure to meet you, man. You hit me up anytime, okay? Something wrong with me because I've thrown 2 iPhones off a roof in disgust because I can't figure them out because I'm too stupid. No, I don't think it's because you're too stupid. I basically stopped using Surrey. Like I'm like, I'll just type it in. I'll deal with it. I'll do the legwork and be completely inefficient so that I can avoid her at all costs.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
love
And
my phone.
The problem with chucking your phone off the roof is breaking your legs, scrambling down the side of the building, trying to get to your phone because you've realized what you've done to your life.
What have I done?
Damn it. My whole world is in that box. I don't know anybody without it. Yeah.
Well, and hopefully Bobby on the third phone went Galaxy or something, you know? Hopefully he didn't go for the third iPhone.
Yeah.
I think it well, and it speaks to this, Dad. I went to Best Buy not too long ago, and I'm still have the same phone that we started this channel with. We did like the first 50 videos of this channel on my cell phone, which is an iPhone 8 SE. And I'm looking at like the 17 and I'm like, software same. It's same. This same phone. I don't need a new phone. I got all the updates. What do I need a new phone for?
No, you don't.
You don't. But when we build the bridge, quantum leap here, and take the 3 to 5 years, man. Let's get it right.
Yeah.
That'll be cool.
Hey, we got Melissa in the house. Hey, girl.
Hey, Melissa.
I can't wait for Cancun.
Yeah. I'm going to try to go to that, girl. I'm going to try to go to that.
I'm going to be in I think we already went over this. I'm going to be in Cape Canaveral. I'm going to be in Cape Canaveral in March, Las Vegas in the end of April, Toronto in July, and Cancun in August. I think that has it covered so far.
Wow.
Something like that. Yeah, I'm going to the Bitcoin show. I'm going to the AI show in Toronto. I'm going to Mel's show in March and Cancun. I think that's it so far. I'd love to go to the Swell this year. I may go to that as well. I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
We should try.
Yeah.
My dad and I talk about that a lot. He and I are good travel buddies. And I look forward to that, my good sir. Yeah, so many events. We'll let you guys know. We're gonna bring on Stone and that group to talk to you guys about Cancun. I believe it's in August, right? So we should be hearing about that. It sounds like by March, and we'll let you guys know the plans on all that. But that would be really fun to see you guys there. If you haven't checked out Dipito, please get over there, guys. After your show, great job this week on the shows, Dad. After the Wednesday live, I jumped over to Dipito live. And only us monkeys would have, booked that like around the same time. But it's kind of cool because you can kind of jump between the two. And a bunch of us did. And Simon and Melissa are crushing it, as always.
Well, it's the only night that Kurt had available.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, look, I'm booked every other night, Alan. If you want to do this for a few weeks, I can do it. And he was gracious enough to give me his time. So I knew it was kind of going to overlap with Dipito, but all these things are recorded. We can always just play them back the next day. So
totally.
Yeah.
No, it's cool as these go forward, and if this is Kirk's time, that's why I shouted it out too. Not just because you guys are our friends and we love you, but after that show, check out what Dippin' Toes got going on. I think next week is the Faces of Crypto, but that's always really cool. I think that's something they do really well, is bringing on guests and people who are really trying to innovate on blockchain, particularly on XRPL. So check that out and see what else is going on. There's so many of those projects that are like, man, I want a piece of that, or I want to be involved in it. I was talking to Opti on the trip, and just her vision and her, wanting to build something ground up and all their products and what she's doing. It's like, yes, girl, like do it. And big shout out to our brothers from IMU TV. That's another group of people I need to reach out to. They were very, very gracious to us this year.
Yeah.
And excited to work with us. And as anyway, been in talks with them. So we're going to keep that going.
Sanchez, Isla Mujeres, I guess is how you pronounce that. Yeah, I spent quite a bit of time there. A lot, actually. That was kind of our home base for like coming and going. Because when you go around that part of I believe that's anyway, I can't remember what part of that place it was. But anyway, I like that whole area. Playa del Carmen. All of it. Tulum is right there, very close. There's a lot to do if you're in Cancun. There's a lot going on, all over the place, each direction. Yeah, I love it.
When's Vegas, Dad? Is it end of April?
Yeah, Vegas is okay. Don't quote me on this, but I want to say 20 Bitcoin show is 26, 27, 28. I could be off. And then XRP is like the 30th and the 1st or something like that, I believe. That is somewhere in there. Yeah. That last week of April, first day or two of May.
Cool.
I won't be going to Brad's show. I will be going. 68J is having a show. I'm sorry, I wish I knew more of the info on that. I will be attending that show, and I will be at Bitcoin show every day, all day. And let's see, I'm doing a few interviews with Rumble. That's going to be a lot of fun. I'm not sure, but Ron might be coming. We're still talking about it. So we could be doing some broadcasts from the whole week. I know there's after-hour parties every night, or at least last year there was every night. It was great. And actually, Melissa, you might know more about some of the after parties other than now. Jay's is an actual event. I think he asked me to be a guest speaker. I'm pretty sure.
He's been blowing us up on X. I'll look into that because I'm sure he's trying to send us that information.
He did, and I RSVP'd. I did get back with him.
Cool.
So, but yeah. So he sent. Yeah. So Jay sent me and it's at a silver something casino. Put that in there if you know, Melissa. It's on my phone. I just hate the middle of the show be looking it up. But I've got one on Ron now forever. Yeah, I'm live on Sundays. Maybe you've heard of the show. To be fair, I called him like 30 minutes ago, and calling me back, I'm sure.
At Money Paradise 365. Have your questions ready for Kirk. He is solid on all the details and addressing concerns. So yeah, if you want to, whoever missed Wednesday night, Dad, you want to kind of just go over that, like what you guys are discussing with each other for those new to the chat here.
What we're going to go over this coming Wednesday?
That too, please.
Okay, well, this Wednesday, we were going to do it in a series. That was just kind of a welcome aboard last Wednesday night, but we're going to do kind of like a progression of what you should know and why you should know it, as to how this came to be. So that was kind of a history of who he is and how he stumbled across the whole thing, was episode 1. Episode 2 is going to be, hey, how does this apply to me? How does this work exactly? And how is it, even that we know about this? And, are they going to come knocking at my door and handcuff me next week? I know that's everybody's concern, but he's going to really clarify that this coming Wednesday. And if you don't know what it is, it's a UNA. You should look it up. It's in a link in our shows down below. He was a presenter at Fort Lauderdale. He was brilliant. He is brilliant. What he found, what he's doing. He's tireless 6 days a week working on it. So yeah, here we go. 29th, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. at the Silverton Casino. Tickets are $99 early bird and $125 at the door. Yeah, I would expect that'll sell out, but I'm glad that he's having a bigger event in a bigger place.
Yeah.
But maybe it's just me, but it doesn't seem to me that we have the, well, I know this to be true because I've talked to 2 or 3 other channels. I've talked to Dave and Judy and Zach about this. I just talked to Rob with 007. All of our views are down, way down, guys, way down, like 30 to 50%. So people are just sort of burnt out, if you will, on crypto right now. And then I know Brad dropped his rates half price. So he must not be selling tickets, is what I'm assuming. I was blown away by the fact that we had well over 300 people. I want to say 330 was our count.
Mm-hmm.
Considering I know at least 25 personally people that couldn't make it or didn't make it because of the ice storm that week. So we would have had probably well over 350. Yeah. So it's, oh, thanks, Doreen. That's cool. That's very nice of you.
That is really nice.
I think the market. I do too. Yeah. Right. I'm at the same. That's going to be interesting to have Steve and John Deaton in the same stage. That'll be interesting. Yeah, I just talked to Jim about it. Jim Bassani is Caleb and Brown. And he and I were just on the phone the other day talking about is he going to be there? And he said he would. And
yeah,
Stone's there as well.
I saw him on the advertisement flyer. So hopefully he's there.
Yeah, David and Dave, that's right. Dave and Judy got stuck at the airport. They missed 2 straight flights, and they said, Alan, he called me. We're all sitting at the dinner table, and I just told him, I said, turn around and go home, Dave. Go home. He's like, well, I could stay here all night. No, go home.
Yeah.
I mean, that's crazy. I get it. You got an ice storm coming to Dallas. You don't need to be on a plane. Yeah, Jim is awesome. Both Andrew, if you guys ever get the chance to get down to Fort Lauderdale, Andrew and James are amazing as well. I was on the phone with them last couple of days. Those two, something came up, and I know Wayne presented this to me. There's going to be some issues with my UNA with at least early, not my UNA, Kirk's UNA with Caleb and Brown. I have Caleb and Brown. I had Jim, I had Andrew, and I had James, all three on the phone working on this to work with compliance to try and see what we can get done. If not, we'll have to figure it out then. But until then, we're going to try and figure out what we can do with those guys. Having said that, Elizabeth and I ran into an issue just a couple of days ago. And maybe many of you already knew this, but you can only do 2 transactions with Caleb and Brown in a 24-hour period, and then it locks your account up. And it's to keep you from draining the whole thing. And there's all sorts of safety and security reasons why. We didn't know that. So often what you'll do is you'll test, as you always do. Hey, I'm going to send $5 to see if it goes through, right? Well, there's one.
Yeah.
He only got one left. So that happened to us the other night, and it was quite frustrating. I called those guys up, and they were like, hey, man, it's a security thing. I get it. But trust me, it's there for a good reason. So it is very frustrating, though. You're like,
yeah.
I mean, especially when we're all we had a timeline to get our coins into Jiggle. Those of you who were at the show, you know what I'm talking about with Jiggle. So I don't really want to promote it on the show. It's not really what I'm trying to do here.
Let's see.
Yeah, they're young, they're smart, they're really good at that office. And I know a lot of people don't like Caleb Brown. A lot of people don't like KYC, and I don't blame you. And I understand all that. I know there's another guy in Australia. I know there's another guy that services Canada, and he's the Australian guy that he used to work for Caleb Brown. I'm aware of that. I don't promote his product, and I don't promote his stuff because I don't know anything about it. I know you've sent me 10 emails about the subject, but to be honest, it's not. I like Caleb Brown, and they don't pay me to say that. So, I like them, and I've always liked them. And at this point, I don't see any reason to change. Me personally, not financial advice, as they say.
Right.
Bobby, yes, her name is April, not Amy, but yes, April is working on coordinating a trust with Kirk. They are going. Bless you, son.
Thank you.
Yes, they are going forward, and they're working it out, and it's going to be interesting what they come up with. I love the way the angle that they're going with it, but for us poor folk who can't afford a trust, the UNA is the way to go first. That's just my 2 cents.
Yeah, that's becoming mine as well.
Yeah, taking profits with any exchange this past week has been a little complicated. Coinbase was they were all locked up. And then there was, what was the one out of Germany, based out of Germany? They shut down. Not good. I was getting from people that KuCoin was having issues.
Oh dear.
Yeah. I mean, they sorted it all out. Even Coinbase sorted it out. Yeah. I mean, with Coinbase, they're going to figure it out because, they have to.
I was going to go conspiracy theory right there, but
Go for it.
you all are very intelligent people. I'm sure you thought the same thing. Is that based on market movement? Is this, are these entities, these exchanges having to really play the market and turn off the light switch? I mean, is this really, we can't do transactions on the blockchain through you? Is that where we're at? Is that what we're doing here? But all networks gonna have its issues. So
They are.
I'm glad that they exist, and I'm glad that we're able to purchase crypto. So, and we're not really willing yet, as a people, to be like, oh, hey, Dad, I'd really like your your fifth car that you bought. Like, can I purchase it from you? Oh, sure, son. That'll be 10,000 XRP, please. So then we're doing that. So once we get there, man, been saying it for years. I think that's going to be our real strength in this. When we're actually transacting with it, it's like, well, Brent, you want to sit on it long term, and you want to hold it. If we can get to a place where we're all comfortable with our wallets and our exchanges, and we are using it all the time, that quantum leap that we've all talked about for years and years and years, some of us in here 9 years, XRP, it's like, I'm excited to get to that. And I am thankful that there's more popping up like Caleb and Brown, so that we have optionality to be able to buy and transact. So we'll see how that goes. There's a bunch of comments in here about crypto fatigue, and I think that appreciation, like I've seen it in my dad, where it's like, okay, we got to keep innovating here, and we got to keep, we can't leave any stone unturned here. We got to hear these people out on these other opportunities for the crew. And that's really who I'm wanting to become in it, is keep pushing on the research, keep vetting these companies, keep finding these opportunities for us. So thank you so much, Dad, for including me in it more, because it is really what I want to do going forward. For you, for this group, and for me.
Yeah, we have a network of people that are really sharp. A lot of people in this chat, and they keep me up to date, and they keep me working. They keep me involved with crypto. Honestly, I know that seems like a crazy thing for me to say, because it's really kind of a crypto channel, but I've really elevated my game, is what I'm going to call it. I'm no longer 90% crypto. I'm really 90%. How do I make a buck with the group that I have? And how do I get these people doing what it is they want to do with their lives? That's what I'm all about now. And sometimes that involves crypto, and sometimes that involves crypto exchanges, and sometimes it's crypto markets, and sometimes it's crypto AI bots. But keeping up with the day-to-day scuttlebutt of what's going on with ISO 200, I'm sorry, I just can't be bothered with it. And I know that is offensive to a lot of people, but it's like, look, man, I'm trying to, so you can hold your bag and you can keep the bag that you have. I need to help you make a return on your capital. I need to help you make a buck so you can keep the lights on, so that one day when XRP does go $100 or whatever the number it goes to, that you're going to be in the tall grass. But until then, you sitting around and counting your pennies, just so you can, buy a coffee, it rubs me the wrong way. And it's too much about just sit down, do nothing, hands on because I preached that for many years. Oh, just buy a bag and hang on. And you know what? I just can't promote that anymore. I'm way more too optimistic about what we're doing with DeFi, what we're doing with staking, what we're doing with banking, what we're doing with AI trading. This channel flipped. Those of you who haven't been watching my Thursday night show, my channel flipped about a year ago, 9 months to 10 months ago. And then about 6 months ago, I started telling you that AI is coming to trading. AI is going to give you, yes, 5% a month. Okay, long before I even met Ed Barsano, right? I knew you could see it coming. It was like things were doing that. And I know how much money banks make on money. So I knew sooner or later we were going to be able to use those same avenues to trade using tokens and staking of coins and whatnot to earn those same returns because the multiples are the same. The margins are the same. So once you eliminate the middlemen, which is Wall Street and banking, and you have to do it, I don't know, somewhere where you don't have a KYC or multi money laundering issues to deal with. Once you can get there, then you and I get to share on peer-to-peer profits, which is where this is all headed. I've talked about that on this show for so long. And when people come out and they were telling me, oh, did you hear that Michael Saylor's giving people 12 to 15% annually on their returns? And I'm like, yeah, what a Scrooge. He should be giving you 25% annually. Like I know of ways that he's doing that or can do that, and that'll be coming. So how is it that, I don't know, Merrill Lynch is even going to stay in business? The only way they can stay in business is to obliterate or bastardize the Unclarity Act, okay? All they did is make a mockery of us. And now I look at other channels and they're telling me, oh, if we can just hopefully get this bill passed, and oh, they'll pat us on the head and treat us like human beings one day. No, man, I'm not going there. I'm going to go around the fools in the banking system and the internet, if you will, and the people that are promoting, all we need to do is conform and get regulation. No. I've been saying on this channel since I started this channel, what does regulation mean? Y'all have heard me say it a dozen times. Regulation is manipulation. If you allow them to regulate you, that is definition, by their definition, politician or bureaucrat, manipulation, period. That's what they're doing. Oh, we get to regulate this. Okay, well, why do we need regulation on that? Why? So we can put parameters in it for your safety. Right. That's what it is. It's my safety again. Now I remember. Of course, because you only care about me. That's all you ever care about. Yeah, it's all control. It's all centralized banking control of all of us. Well, now we can go offshore, or we can go down the street, or we can do it without their knowledge. So it's the earnings and the magnitude of your earnings are going to double and triple. Here's what I'm concerned about. By the time all of us take that chip out of our mind of the last 20 years of how to make a buck, which is the 60-40 stupid Wall Street thing that only made Wall Street wealthy. Mm-hmm. And I'm not bagging on sites or places like I Trust Capital, but they're doing the same thing. It's that old format. Okay. I know it's better, way better than Wall Street. I get that. I'm not comparing the two in that sense. But the returns, please, please, the returns should be percentages per day on your money. And what I'm worried about is we have a window. We have a window right now of maybe, I'm kind of with Ron Paul on this. If you got like 5 years, because 5 years from now, AI is just going to do all of it. And when AI is competing against all AI, it's going to be fractions of a penny, not percentages, because the parameters will have tightened and the spread will be so tight that you're not going to have the volatility that we currently have. One man's opinion. I don't know whether I'm accurate on all of that, but I do believe that's where we're headed. So make your money now. And if somebody tells you that, oh, you should run for the hills because if anybody promises more than 8% a year, they're going to rug pull you or something. It's like, okay, all right, no problem. That's probably the same person that told me 10 years ago not to buy Bitcoin. I'm just saying. That's probably an identical institution who's now buying Bitcoin. Who, in fact, they've got the public completely brainwashed on crypto now. If you look around, that's why nobody's watching our channels. I mean, even the diehards can't watch the same show over and over. But not to say that everything we're doing with crypto isn't going to be complete success and accurate one day. Of course, we're all going to be accurate about what we believe in XRP and Bitcoin and crypto to be one day. But the issue remains that the public is out, gone. They can't spell crypto anymore. And here we go again. It'll be the future of all wealth, and nobody will have it, except for who? The same old thing. The same old gig all over again. And you know what they'll do? The poor people that never listened to all the crypto people that told them it was going to be the storage of all wealth and the transactions of all money in the future. And all you got to do is buy, I don't know, some of the top 10 coins and you're going to be, great in the future. All of those people, all the poor people 2 and 5 and 10 years from now are going to say, oh, you're part of the problem because you did well. That's what mankind does. You can lead them to water, but don't be the person that says, oh, well, my broker told me that if I make over 8%, annually, that it's a scam. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of them are scams. A lot of them are. Bernie Madoff comes to mind. So, and by the way, let's remember that Bernie Madoff was at one time the chairman of the regulatory committee. Bernie Madoff was. So, I'm just saying. They're not all saints up there.
The lizards.
The lizards.
Scaly bastards.
Scaly.
Yeah, well said on that, Dad.
Sorry,
my father shared all this stuff with me for my whole life since I could even understand, and I saw that big turn when you went and worked with billionaires, where it was like, I knew you always wanted to be doing this. You always wanted to find the opportunities to where it's like, okay, I can make money and this doesn't make sense to be taxed this much, and I'm only making that. And how do we get around that? And going around that is whether you're using the tools that the wealthy use or whether you're finding the holes or the glitches in the matrix. It's like, man, I'm here for it, dude.
Yeah.
I think this is the group to do it. This is the group to capitalize on that 5-year window. Yeah. And who knows what the world's going to look like in 5 years. So let's do it.
I want to be clear. I have an iTrust Capital account. I love iTrust Capital. I mean, for what they do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Money paradise, right?
Right.
So, okay. So if you and I are, Yeah.
Where is it? Here we go. They all made off.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. I'd still like video proof that he's in a jail cell. But anyway.
Mhm.
And wait a minute, wasn't one of my favorite things about that whole thing is we know what KYC is, right? Which is know your client, your customer, right?
Mhm.
So everybody has to go through that process. And what that means is you're responsible for your client. In other words, when you get a Coinbase and they take all your ID and you have to turn your head 5 ways to Sunday and, do a reach around or whatever else they ask you to do while you're on camera and to prove that you are who you are, that's because the SEC can come after Coinbase because they're responsible for who you are, right? That's why they do that. That's what a KYC is, okay?
Mhm.
The Goldman Sachs KYC Bernie Madoff. Goldman Sachs made every trade for him. Yet never were ever responsible or held responsible or even brought up in court as to the fact that they KYC'd the guy. Thought that's what the KYC was. What are we even doing all that for then? What are we doing that for if there's no repercussion of the people that are swearing for the people that are investing through them? You should read those documents about what KYC actually implies and what it means. And as soon as you read that, you probably never, ever agree to it. But anyway.
Well, Dad, they're too big to fail. We can't slap their hand.
It's kind of true, actually, because they're so close to the money printer. They're not going to fail.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Want to cheers to my brother Sammy. He's got himself a yerba going here as well.
Nice.
Love you, bro.
I'm 2 coffees in at this point, I think.
Whoa. Excellent.
Yeah. My French press with I'm a French press guy with a medium roast bean. No cream, no sugar. That's me.
Your house is the only place I still drink coffee now. It's that good.
Yeah.
It is that good. That gets
I actually
it's like medium roast black tar. It's like that.
Yeah, it's good.
It's real good.
Yeah, I'm 1 glass of water in today. I need another one here pretty quick. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Who doesn't love coffee? I mean, yeah, you got to love coffee. Becky, I know you miss Florida, but I mean, it was coming back to Montana. Was it okay for you? I know she was really worried about it because her health was getting better and better and better every day in Florida. We've got to get that girl to Florida. I just wanted to find out how she's doing. I guess I could call her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Yorkshire tea. I love it.
Beautiful.
B-Man, we've got a meeting coming up.
We do. We're going to go get to that.
Yes, we are.
So we can do more for this group.
And we're going camping.
What an awesome calling and privilege.
Yes.
That's how I'm looking at all these meetings, man. I stayed through that whole questionnaire. Kirk did a big questionnaire meeting and
yesterday,
and it was incredible. The questions that the crew had. I think a lot of those questions, Dad, are, a lot of us have business licenses, and it's like, how do we get through all of that? All our documentation, all the things that we use on a daily basis, our LLCs, all those things. and those guys are really doing a great job answering. And the crew's doing a really great job asking the questions. So I'm getting more and more excited about it. Yeah, I look forward to going through that process with the people who decide to do that. So I'll be available to talk to you guys about it, studying it, and man, lots more. You got a lot going on, bro. You got a lot going on.
Oh, me?
I'm like, yeah. I'm like, the other day I'm texting my dad. I'm like, you know what, man? Just like he and I discussed it, is like he doesn't have time to hand me tasks. It's just like, dude, I got that feeling. It's like, he wants his travel buddy, and he wants somebody to research this stuff with him.
Yeah.
And that's how we see you guys too. My dad wants me to be able to make enough money that I can just go do that when I want to go do that. And that's what I want to do. That's who we are. You and I have that in common. And clearly this group does too. Because like half of the people in this chat were in Florida, weeks ago. So that's worth fighting for.
Turns out you're a pretty good hang, Brent. So that's why people come back. It's good fun. And we have a community, and we care about our community. And if everybody knew how hard I work in the background for you, like it would blow your mind. Like I'm pretty much tireless in trying to find opportunity and how we can make a buck, and how we can get more time, and how you can do the things that you want to invest in, and how you can take what little bit of money you have and make more money so that you can have more time, or like Becky, be able to move to Florida. Those kind of things are so important to me. And that's like, it's what I do. It's what I do all the time. The hardest part for me is that I'm getting to the point where I want to screw off more. So what I've done is, when I'm not screwing up, by the way, I'm going camping with Elizabeth, and I are going camping, and I'm going to meet up with Brent, and we're going to play golf. So yeah, I'm excited about that.
Me too.
Yeah, because it's my New Year's resolution to do more of that with my son, and we're going to make that happen, and my wife.
We're already doing it, bro.
So it jams like the time that I'm not camping and golfing. It jams it even tighter, but that's okay. I do it for us. I do it for all of us. Yeah. It's weird too, because I got like no less than 7 or 8, 10 projects I'm working on right now that are all completely different conceptually. And it's like I have to pull that chip out of my head and put on the tab, put a different chip in, and be there, because you got to be on these things.
I didn't know you had it in you, in the sense of, my father's the last person that I would have seen become the 40-hour a week plus office guy. Like I just did like that. And then you all have, heard and seen the videos and what he's discussing. And it's like the opportunities that have come to us are that phenomenal. So
yeah,
this is the time to get it done. This is our 5-year window. Very proud of you that you want to give it back in the way that you do, Dad. That is right. That is right in line with my soul and what I want for all of us. So,
yeah, I actually had a very significant person to Brent and I's life just ask me this not long ago, and somebody very key. And I'm like, okay, well, I get that, but what's in it for you, Alan? Like, I get what you're doing. That all makes sense. What's in it for you? And I'm like, well, what do you mean? They're like, well, where's your profit? And I was like, oh, no. See, my profit comes at the end. Oh yeah, but where? How? Explain how to me you're going to make money on that. And it's like, I don't give a damn. Like it'll come, like it'll be at the end of it. I'll weasel it in somewhere. I'll work something around the other side, or there'll be some angle come to me some way. Yeah, but you're way out of pocket. It's all expense to you. You're doing all that. Why? Is the look and the feeling in their eyes towards me was like, you're an idiot. And I was like, wow, okay, you just don't look at life the way I do. And I understand that. I get it. Mm-hmm. Because most of our lives and most of our people that we hang with, everybody is like, well, show me the profit and I'll get off the couch. That's how everybody kind of looks at stuff. And we sometimes I'd work on projects for months or weeks or whatever, and it amounts to zip, nothing, zero, nada, for any of us. Was that wasted time? No, because if you put, hey, where's the profit? What's in it for me first? You're putting burden on the concept. You're making it, there's just one more hurdle it has to go over before, it could become prosperous. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah.
Yeah. Now you want to build a bridge, you got to do right away. And then you've got cost of materials. And then you've got to employ the people to build it. And it isn't the way to attack it. It's like, oh man, I want the bridge to already be here. And, okay, you drop the plans, but it's taken work and sacrifice. Yeah. And I'm watching you do it, and it's inspiring me and motivating me to be a bigger part of it, and to, however, it's like, Dad, however I can, you want me to research something, you want me to call somebody, it's like just simple things, or just the fact that you and I have always been open-minded enough to be like, well, what's the good in this? If you're coming from the problem, very hard to see solution. But I want they're doing this thing, and I want that kind of solution in my life. Does this work? Is this okay? Let me do the homework now. How can we get it done? I love your point on that, man. I think it's trying to be open-minded and then like attack it, in the right way to begin with. And I know a ton of people like that too. I'm like that in some ways. But there's no more time for couch. There just is not our group.
Well, at the end of the day or whatever, but yeah.
Yeah, take a nap and then, get stoked on it again.
Yeah, Armin, he put in here, so bot Gummy Trader and Jiggle at your event. Yeah, there's going to be something else coming up real quick. Just fun stuff that Brent and I are researching, digging around with right now. And I'm going to launch that slowly to people and see how everybody resonates with it. But that will be coming out to almost everybody, in particular who was at the show. Will be offered to you one way or another. And it's fun. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And, I have a bunch of disclaimers to go through when I go through it with you, but I will go through it with you all one day. And it's coming very quick. I'm going to say within a week or two, you're going to hear all about it. So look forward to that.
Yep.
B-Man, let's get out of here.
All right. Prayers for Becky. Big doctor's appointment coming up. Let's do that.
I have an announcement. Yes, big prayers for Becky. I have a Wednesday night show with Kirk. I will not be doing a Thursday night show this week.
Okay.
I'm going camping with my lovely wife and my son, B-Man. So, well, he's going to meet us on Saturday for a round of golf. So,
Yes, sir.
that's what I'll be doing Thursday night. So, wish me luck.
Good luck to you, sir.
Right.
Thank you for being in here, everybody. Happy Sunday to you. Have a great rest of your week.
Love you, Zip.
Love you, Zip.
We didn't mention him hardly at all. Are we out?
Atlantic, Cody, Becky, Viking, Doreen, our girl Carmen. Just love you guys. Melissa, after the Wednesday show, guys, go check out Dipito.
Yes.
We could not support them more. And they've been such a part of what we've done. As our friends, as our brother sister channel, and there isn't any kind of business that we don't want to do without them. So please give them love and support. Thank you, Tara. We will. I love you too, Melissa. Love you, Becky. Hope everything goes well.